separatists, them call the risers, them come and hijack the party, really. And that's why you have a lot of people leaving the PNP party. The Michael Manley party believe in a socialism, and this Brandon risers, them are capitalists. So that's a marked contrast between the two of them. The thing is, this a party, you can't trust them now, the risers party, and that them is no, them not the original PNP party, or they're not Michael Manley party, for sure. The only reason why Mark Golding and Peter Bunting getting at this thing is because they were close to Omar Davis, and they got a lot of favors from Omar Davis. You understand? So when you look on it, them loyal to the favors we then get, and Omar Davis probably influenced them, and then coming at the party now because them see when them get a lot of benefits from that party. But truly, they are not CMP. In them, everything them do, they're not the original PMP. They are capitalists. In fact, they are imperialist capitalists. Right? Them don't have, even though our system is a capitalist system, our system is a capitalist system with compassion. It is totally different from Mark Golding and Peter Bunting because they're a scraper. They're only out for themselves. They're very selfish and they cannot be trusted. When you look at Andrew Hornis care. He care about the indigent, he care about the old people, he care about Jamaica. Andrew Hornis is about developing Jamaica so that a wide cross-section of Jamaica can benefit from the paradise that we call Jamaica. Them not care about that. Them just about themselves. People feel understand that. Yeah? And as far as Mark Golding is concerned, further than that, him is a British man. They look bad. They look very bad. Trying to embark rather, on a white man if you can lead, a white British man, I should say, if you can lead Jamaica. We can't forget our history. We cannot absolutely forget our history because we are trying to get from under the monarchy. And if you say Mark Golding, a British man, if you can lead Jamaica at this time, we would be the laughing scorn around the world. You know that?
Mr. Churchill, something you say about with Peter Bunting now. Peter Bunting, he has a feedback on the family was PMP still, originally still.
Even if in background was, hey, no watch what they say now. You have to watch what they do.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying. I agree with everything what you're saying, but I'm going to say that Peter Bunting, Van Golding, him have a PMP background still. Yeah.
Bunting and Golding are imperialist capitalists.
Yeah, we know. I'm not saying I agree with everything what you said, but I'm going to put in one thing and say Bunting now, he would have a PMP background, family-wise.
So for them thing, no line up with the original PNP, it no line up, none at all.
In a line up with the communists and the socialists Michael Manley thing.
No, it does not. It no line up with Fury brand of capitalism. Because Andrew Hornis brand is a capitalist system we're functioning under. We cannot escape that, right? But what Andrew Hornis is practicing is a compassionate capitalism.
No, why we say that to you, Mr. Churchill? Hold on, why we say that to you? Bunting, you say I told them Omar Davis and them coming and whatever. What we're not going to tell us? Because I'm just a pint of Bunting side.
But it's plain to see. It's plain to see that they're capitalists. They're imperialist capitalists. It's very plain to see. It's very, very plain. It's not the brand of capitalism where Jamaica in general want to practice.
Yeah, we agree with you. But I'm not a problem with that. I agree with you.
You know, you have to care about people. You have to look about the people. It's about building the nation. It's not building your own pocket. Andrew,
Can
this is
say,
about raising the
Yeah.
standard of living of Jamaica.
you see the article where the cross is man writing at the Observer? Or the article where the cross is man put in at the Observer? How that
I'm gonna
go?
look on the observer. Wait.
No,
Mm-hmm.
me not read nothing yet.
Now, see, Swebe must put it in at the Observer. So, we want to see what, we want to hear what.
Me not
Yeah,
see it.
because
So
a
what?
24 hour Lawrence Road give fiance, you know.
So what is them
But
policy then, Mr.
Plank,
Churchill?
not
Yeah,
Is that
24
baby.
hour. Plank, when name Lawrence Rowe did not give him 24 hours.
Me
I'm just
me
asking for a
ear,
prompt response. I read the
me
letter.
ear, me ear
I read the
Cliff
letter.
Hughes. Me ear Cliff Hughes say, well, leave a fiance at 24 hours.
Juliet Cuthbert gave him 24 hour. No,
The
no.
answer, Juliet Cutler give 24 hour fiance about the money where he might give
Right.
PNP
I'm
delegate
gonna
them
answer that. I'll know.
business. More know which PNP delegate can want put them pan blast, ask them what contract they have with the KCMC.
But
But what?
sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Go on, knock.
No, me no
Me
ask
not
Mr.
see him say
Churchill.
nothing about the mayor. Me not see him say nothing
I
about.
said nothing either.
Okay.
Me no ask
The
Mr.
genuine one did say something at the Observer.
Mr. Churchill, me no ask what. So what is them policy? What's the difference between for them capitalism and the socialism with them practice? How them propose growing the economy? Is it to tax the people and to give out back to the people?
But we don't
Or,
know. We don't hear from them. We just know say all
but
them
how
want
them
to.
used to do it? How did Manley do it?
How the money
Just
to
throw
what?
out money, so how did him help the poor?
Manly was just a bag of mouth, you know. Manly never build an economy to support Jamaica.
But they don't believe in building the economy.
How much Mr. Siaga left him in the coffers, Mr. Churchill?
Oh man, I think a 500 million, something like that.
What you do? You take a give farmer them and tell them to go farm land and build
How
up
they
and
take it out?
then take
Yeah.
it by bike, them take it by yang and drink whole heap of liquor and wash them
And
bike
Why,
with it.
And a young man, the S90 and bigger than
Yeah,
goated
big
bike.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
they are placed to Chrome
Yeah, bigger than goated to, you know. Yeah, when you goated to in a plan. And S90 and S in there.
Chromas, them the bike, they first bike me learn to ride in a car. My father, them, my
No,
two father
but
have
no,
bike, you know.
when we say plan, no people know about big head, but they don't know about goated.
Yeah.
You know, when you goated to
Big head,
S90
you
and
know.
S in there.
Big head, you know, when you put in a one gear, you know, you take time, move it off, you know. If you
Listen
ever,
to don't get distracted too easy, you know,
if
man.
you
No,
buy
the first bike,
rabbit,
alright, it's a seven. Big head is a
yeah,
semi-automatic bike.
automatic, semi-automatic.
Yeah.
You have to dip down 2 times to get
All right.
second gear.
All right, come back to it.
Them get distracted so easy.
The manly situation when I talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philip, you want for something? Go ahead.
You know, the woman, me kind of feel sick. I mean, lose my train of thought. You guys were asking about Manley. Oh, did he grow the economy?
Never grown
What
on
was his
it.
plan?
He never grew the
Okay, what was his-
economy. He could not.
Okay, but what was his plan? What was his plan then? When did that plan? Can you
He
can't
never
give
have
money
any
and
plan. Him
not
just come to parliament and say ma do something, and then him go and consult him people them afterwards.
But you can't just
Basically.
give money.
But even with the free education, when he announced that, he didn't know where the money was going to come from.
Wow.
Yeah, them never do them due diligence in terms of what can work, you know. Because like Philippian said, him offer free tertiary level education. And there was no money to pay for it. So it just goes to show him never have any plan.
And selected people get to go to. And I'm going to cross the board now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
Manley-
selected people.
Manley have charisma. I'll tell you. If he come here and talk to you, he can make a woman take off his panty. That's the kind of charisma he have.
Hello. Then him never married 7 times.
In the married 7 times or 7 times?
A four me here.
So, I don't know.
But it's true. I always hear people say that he was charismatic and he had such like deep
Very-
love for the poor. But you cannot just, all right, for example, if I have a man, you cannot just be charismatic and have love for me and you can't do anything for me to uplift me. I see him
But
doing that
Philippian-
treat the country. So him go around
Philippian,
and
some
the people them
have
fall
that,
in
though.
love with him and that's it. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
But Philippian,
That's
some
why.
people okay with
That's
that.
why. That's why in give away whole life freeland them a Jamaica without title.
he
Nothing
was
behind
very
it.
he was very convincing. When him talk, he was very convincing. It's like a 3-card man. Right? That him do. Him come and
This a-
change up
this-
like Jamal. Him
This
come,
a win,
him
this a
come when he call
lose. This a
Jamal.
win.
Yeah.
This a win, this a lose. This a win, this a lose.
Right. You come
Okay.
when you talk about all of the programs, them if you notice now a lot of programs them when they say Manley introduced, they were existing before, and he just put
It
a
was
different
Mr.
label.
Siaga. It was Mr. Siaga.
Yeah.
thing.
He just put a different label upon them. You understand?
As I said before,
Yeah, they just
Churchill,
change the
he
name.
wasn't
So it was
a
like a share.
leader.
Most of those ideas can you share at all. Come down.
He wasn't a leader, he was a follower.
And him
Copycat.
remember now, Jamaica at that time, was still literacy was still very low in Jamaica, right? And a lot of people he could have able to influence them because he speaks so compassionately about Jamaica and what the people need. And they were convinced. A lot of people were convinced. Because the country was doing well, at that time. Hugh Shearer was the prime minister at the time. And the country were not going good. But some people like, them always say the grass greener over the other side. And that Manley come and trick them. And say, what him I go do? So I'm going to raise
the same trick them I try to use today too.
Yeah, exactly. But what people fail to realize that Manley was a bag of mouth. He never have no substantial, nothing of substance in plan to give the people because, like I said, the education thing, he couldn't pay for it, right?
You sure my man Golden or some far cousin?
No, they're not related.
You sure? Do the family tree, Churchill, and check the one.
No, me not do it. Me hear that.
I'm going to say something about that. Well, about the family tree there. Me feel say people if you check out them DNA, because they're going to lead back to Henry Morgan and Blackbeard from a Port Royal.
No, I saw something someplace already. If my memory serves me right, that his great grandfather or something, that their name was Golden, Golden. Mark Golden. So don't quote me on it, but I think if my memory serves me right, somewhere along the line, they had a Golden name. So, but I've heard they're not related. They're different Goldens.
Churchill.
Yes.
Churchill, me don't understand what you just said. Michael Manley grandfather.
No, Golding.
Oh, my Golden grandfather.
Somebody along the line. I'm not saying it's grandfather.
Yeah. I never Golden in the name, and then change the name to Golden. The name Golden are sitting at the argument already.
Say sometimes them can change name over a period of time. So suppose them name Golden. Sometimes them change it to ING, and at the same family,
Because my surname Amoudi. My older brother kids spell them name Moody. And me spell my name like how my father spell his name. Moodie.
Guys,
My grandfather spell his surname different. Sorry, go ahead, Castle.
me carrying it back to Swaby. I read one article here. This one was published by IRFM. IRFM? Anyway, so I'm telling you. Here what it reads. Mr. Swaby also acknowledged alleged dialogue between People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell and former PNP candidate for Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe, regarding funds for divisions without councillors. These divisions are Denham Town in West Kingston, Olympic Gardens in West Central St. Andrew, and Chancery Hall in Northwest St. Andrew. Mayor Swaby said he believes the money referred to in those alleged conversations is the $2.7 million allocated legitimately to each division. You know what kind of stand out to me here, so? Why would there be a conversation, right, with People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell and former candidate, PNP candidate for Central Kingston Lawrence Rowe regarding the $2.7 million allocation for the division without councillors? Why is there a conversation with those people? Shouldn't there be the conversation with the chairman of the municipal and the deputy mayor of the municipal?
Of course, and the councillor that in power.
No, we all know that those three divisions don't have a councillor. We know that. So why do you have a conversation with the general secretary of your party and the PNP candidate? You're not supposed to have conversation about allocation of money with them.
And they're
public
not
funds with them. You see him sink yourself?
And they're not a part of the KSFMC.
Then think we ban last night, Tesco.
Eh?
Then think we and Daryl Vaz and everybody else ban last night.
They feel lock him up.
Come, Casca, read it again. Read it again.
All right. Hold on. There was a point that I needed to state earlier. Is it in this article? Misuse of public
That can they put up?
No, different something that.
That one was addressing speculate index report, but say we economy are going in recession.
Oh,
no,
no.
I know this a different something this.
Okay.
When you're done, you read that. When you're done, you read that.
Yeah.
Speaking during today's council meeting, Mr. Sylvia, this person. All right, let me read back that part. Okay, so the other article, this is the part they mentioned. Anyway, so yes, me read it again, guys, and tell me if me read it too fast. Come on, understand this whole conversation. This man a kill himself and he not realize. Mr. Swaby also acknowledged alleged dialogue between People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell and former PNP candidate for Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe, regarding funds for divisions without councillors. These divisions are, and they name them out, Denham Town, Olympic Garden, Chancery Hall. Mayor Swaby said he believes the money referred to in those alleged conversations is the $2.7 million allocated legitimately to each division. Yes. So what? All right, welcome. Yes, guys. Wanna hear what me read say? All right. This a man kill himself already, nice show. You're not supposed to have conversation with Dayton Campbell and Lawrence Rowe about the $2.7 million.
What you say? Those area don't have no.
They not have no council.
Because one of the councillor, two of the councillor deceased, right?
Right. Three, whichever amount.
No, two of them did and one moved to M. One moved to MP.
So one a MP and two a councillor, okay.
Right.
No, one a MP and two dead.
Okay.
Yeah. So me not understand how him feel. But Lawrence Rowe on a MP, him a MP caretaker.
Exactly.
And Satan Campbell, no part of KSMC.
Municipal.
Yeah, so how him fi have meeting with them? You know, sister, him an idiot.
In kill himself in a show.
You know, see, him a take the fall for them casco.
But this is what may I say, guys. Yes, he said, him did get the memo said 24 hour. We need to hear from you. 5 o'clock. And he was like a hot casco. I hope Cliff you would have this. Candy,
Yep.
read for your topic the way you put up there now, mama.
Alright, so quote from Favor Williams. Just when my Spark road work is about to start in St. Andrew Eastern, I heard PNP is planning to demonstrate about roads. That's their strategy. Here's a road I go fix and get a hurry up demonstration right as the work is going to start, and then claim that it is their demonstration that caused the work to be done. Different CM dirty tricks.
So the demonstrate before the road will start. Make it look like a them.
Yeah, they hurry up and go demonstrate before the road work.
That one, yeah, me did read that one.
PNP not ambition, man. Them not like nothing good.
And the quote, and what she said on the bottom, take me out. Different CM dirty tricks.
Of course. Guys, let me tell you. They can't lock him up, you know. This is enough grounds for them to arrest him. Can already confess. He has already confessed. Because he didn't say he acknowledged.
Me no want Swede alone get in a trouble.
I'm alone not get in a trouble because him have handed to the cash.
I'm under the fall.
Him and you
they want to spray Satan Campbell and they want to get rid of him.
I realize what one plan. What you think him come out and attack? Come in, man, fiend, they never call pan another recording them, you know. But him jump up and come talk. Bad to bad, you know.
Recording come out yesterday.
The initial voice note never have a name and he run in.
Yeah, that me I say.
And the second one now show him up.
But let me tell you what. Record is out there with him now.
Let me tell you what. Listen. It's when the first voice note come out with Dayton Campbell, right? Remember, when he come out in him Swaby go put out one article. Philip, remember the person when go put out a talk about whatever, all the funds allocate and whatever. Remember, and no Swaby never call. And then no one make rule get mad pan him now and strict pan him now. And when him come talk about it is private funds, it is the party funds. And him come out and shut up his mouth. If him remain silent and keep his quiet, he wouldn't. But go to bad him come and in talk. So he might take the fall for them casket if you realize.
But him not smart. Me not go to prison for no boy. Him not smart. All me know, me take me wings in a div and flew. Me left Jamaica. I left them with the problem.
Well, he never go away. He never go to Egypt one day and he should come back.
No, you know what the idiots that do? The idiots that resign same time and step down. When the person start.
What make you ever take government money? Why you have to go talk to Dayton first? Why you have to talk to Lawrence Rowe first? You're not supposed to talk to Delroy Williams and the chairman and the municipal. And them the people you're supposed to talk to first.
And this is what we have to understand too, you know. Them are smart fish, you know. Them life can be threatened. So them have to take it and them family can be threatened. We have to look at them thing deep. You understand? Them life can threaten. If you not take this, we are going to wipe you and your family out. We have to look at it deep too. You understand? Look past Current Spencer with
We
the light
think we
bulb.
record them and have so much things, man.
Because Rona good on for them. I understand? Yeah. This case is very serious, you know. You see, since them realize that Lawrence Rowe have so much dirt on them, then make sure tell Sway the big man, you have to take this, you know. You have to take this. Anything will come, and you. Because you the upper top, you
And
know.
that they
But plank.
wait.
Let me answer plank. Listen, what I say. Yeah, they want to be the fall guy, yes, but well, suppose most of the information will come out directly from Satan Campbell. What him can
You
do,
know
he
why I'm
want to
take the
see.
fall to the, you know why I'm take the fall to Croman? Because you didn't come go past the shop, but him not in a municipal corporation, him a no councillor.
And Candy.
What may I say? What may I say, Candy? Yes, again, the Virgin have more recording for data and camera and more and Mark Wallet. Yes, I will for them have recording.
Well, no, man. Me feel like Sway have some on them too. Me feel like him soon start send out some voice note too, you know. Oh,
You can't. You
Listen,
not have
I
nothing
don't
but
think
evidence.
you see the fact that Dayton is on the ECJ board and he said what he said in the voice note, him just don't appear now as an ethical person that
no,
Yeah,
them
he's
saying
reason
for
after that
resign.
too.
board.
Yeah, them saying for
He should
resign.
not be on it.
Right. We need him for resign because remember, you know, Lawrence Rowe talks here, him are the numbers man for them, you know. He make them get so much seat in the parish council election, you know. You understand him infiltrate the election and people who are him. You understand? Yeah. So watch what go up to them, man. Me tell you know. Me tell you already. Anytime the election already fi call, them not gonna have candidate for
Well,
somebody.
when I say plank, Lawrence Rowe, he have a lot of tape on them. Mark Bowling, Satan Campbell, worry for them. So I can't worry for them, Virgin. And once they go take it far. So they want one man to take it far, but they go further than that, Virgin. Take a spread.
Me say, when Sway me sister in body in a fire, water fi pluck like chicken. I bet you gonna start talk.
Guys, hey, me I tell you, say Iglina, you know, Iglina does a show up themselves, you know. See what next article of the Iglina. Initially, so the top part of the letter, the report say,
Philippian,
Slavery
wait, somebody has
rejects.
stream we.
No, I wonder the person is streaming over Facebook because Natalie said, keep up the good work, guys. Just pass on over Facebook live stream. So
Who was streaming? Me didn't about the permission.
No, I mean if
It's
they're streaming us, remember we're public, you know. We're on a public platform, and if they're streaming us, it means that other persons would also be hearing what we're saying. We're not saying anything bad.
Oh, okay.
Good.
But
You know what me I say?
let me ask Candy, if it's on YouTube, they would be making money, but can they make money on Facebook?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Candy. Sorry to cut in.
Something.
Just don't incriminate yourself with anything.
No,
you
man, I
say.
can't go that time. I can't go
No,
that.
I'm talking on the
I mean, we're
newspaper
already
now.
public. Yeah, go ahead and read the article.
Yeah, good to
All right,
so
so the starting of the article. Okay, that's all it's in there. Starting of the article says Andrew Swaby rejects the claims of misappropriation of funds. All right. And him say, if an anti-corruption probe is underway, we welcome it and stand ready to cooperate fully as we continue to uphold the highest standards of public service.
Yeah, that was
Right?
the first letter. Mm-hmm.
That's it for one.
Here the next statement to follow. While the gleaner takes Mr. Swaby at his word and welcomes his statement, and welcome his stated commitment to transparency. Really? Why them have to word it that way? You're taking Mr. Swaby at his word. Anyway, them say we remind him and the leader of the other municipal governments of the several requirements in the law aimed at enhancing transparency at the authorities through a level of independent oversight. Me no know what that means. Me no know what them are trying to this now. In that regard, Mr. Swaby and his colleague chairman should report on their municipalities' compliance with all, but especially the obligatory elements of the legislation, which, if scrupulously adhered to, would lessen the possibility of allegations of the type that have been leveled against the KSAMC. Like, seriously? Why the Gleaner would word it that way?
It's an editorial, right?
By the Gleaner, yes.
It's an editorial.
While the Gleaner takes Mr. Swaby at his word, you're supposed to be neutral, and no matter take at his word, that they're supposed to reword differently.
Yes, come on, me have to come to you know. The Gleaner have to be neutral. The Gleaner
yes.
have ever been neutral before.
They need to be.
Come when they one sided.
Take that away. It was a Gleaner that.
The Gleaner.
You remind me of Castro. You said that Castro. You don't remind me of that's about boy. We can't believe that PMP do like we expect good to come from PMP.
You forgot
that is the Gleaner.
Who won the Gleaner again, Casco?
You still have open a Gleaner, Casco?
Listen, there are ways to frame words, you know, in a way that it will appear neutral.
No, we're not talking about what we are saying.
Expecting that of the editorials.
We expect not trying to have PMP them as support straight. Start getting them credit, man. Start getting Gleaner credit, man.
So you believe in the Gleaner, the Observer? You know, see all stars sell. One time you used to see man and go to sell star.
Guys, there is something wrong. Something just come to me. When last you guys heard from Maestro? I've heard
Maestro came on alive the other day. Was it Maestro? Oh, Moisture. There's one named Moisture. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, a good while now, I'm not hear him.
I think Maestro Diamond, but Maestro's changing name. You have to know him vice. Maestro the guy who work on the highway.
I'm not sure, no.
Yeah, man. Maestro they had enough time, man, but him changing name.
But even when we are talking about his there, I don't think we see Ken neither.
Ken did it our comment the other day. I see him down there. I may ask Mario when last in town to Ken. And Mario say I call him, but him not answer because Ken did a small accident, a car accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Venetia over Twitter hang the bolt, you know. Me say.
Hang the bolt. So them still talk about Usain Bolt and in dirty money?
Venetia over there angling.
Where am I say? Where you say?
We have heard of a boy like one of Virgin last night with the boat foolishness.
Yes, sir, for the interview we're going. Venetia said, did you consult any government official in terms of investing your money? You invest your money privately and then come to talk about government and your funds.
But Usain Bolt investing money long after Andrew Holness done with SSL. I don't them no know.
But the thing about it, Plank. But the thing about it, you know, Plank. Him go the route to avoid paying tax.
Taxes, and using name.
Somebody else.
You said more than the other day.
What you said, Bolt?
The argument done. Listen, me I tell you something. This is what I tell you, say. The argument done. See the boy when him use and about the thief in money. Argument done.
No,
the person put in the account for me I talk about plan. When I talk about him mother and father. He said put out the money, if the money was invested for your mother, but the other for them name, like the person when they trust and use for them name, him thief the man money.
Informer manager.
Informer manager, that man. Yes, him thief the man money then.
Yeah.
Hear me here, cause Joshua, listen me I say, listen me I say no plan. Last time I say to Joshua look for me and them say, as soon as the going to SSL come out, they never steal. So that is what the SL people that were working at the company never know about the money. You never steal at time, like a couple hours or half day. You never steal neither.
Let me ask you a question. So how Gene and Pantan get caught up in it then?
Eh?
How Gene and Pantan get caught up in it?
Well, we don't know how she gets in it, but it was the money.
I think she like a killer.
No. A clerk. She was
the manager.
She was the manager of the boat account.
The boat account.
But when I say money was still in the time of SSL, I don't know if I might be a 1 year or something like that. No people even know. Because you never said another boat name.
No, so right, when she get the money, she pretends she invested in a stocks and thing. But she didn't do that. That money was diverted before it goes into whatever investment it was supposed to.
Yes, that is it. That Joshua tell me.
Right.
Say move right away. It never stayed. Move out right away.
So when she realized a time come for the money, she go back to the manager. You see about manager, and I tell him say, them need to do something about the money. I so come now they report it and say, you see about money missing.
That's so people.
I never bought money alone, you know. It's a lot of people money.
But here, what the difference now, Churchill? Oh, me hear the argument now. Like that, they say some of the people ain't talking about the money, but I say the people the money actually was there same in the SSL, but want to move out. That's why people don't get back no money yet. Because they can't ask them to know what money gone too.
Here's the thing.
In the SSL.
Here's the thing.
That's why the people them start get back some of the money already. Now, Mr. Churchill, over here, you know. They lose their money.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing we're going with this now. With Bolt, they might try and make it seem like the government has something to do with it. But SSL is a private company. Yeah?
You know that.
Although I hope it's not make much noise.
My own.
Yeah. Although the government is responsible to provide laws and guidelines for how these companies operate. Yeah? Nobody can come and blame the government for what went on in those transactions between Bolt agent and SSL. And they want to make it look like the government has something to do with it. And I am suspicious why at this time, why Bolt come out and I make nice about it. No, when his lawyer is supposed to be advising him as to what's going on.
Exactly.
No, that's why I tell you, Mr. Churchill. Hold on, the candy. I say something. Last night, I was on a corner, and I see him in the youth coming and talk about who carry on the Prime Minister and Ray, Kabul, what was that election or whatever. I'm at him about comes Andrew. You know, take out the money 1 month before the Ray, and this is so suspicious and Ray. Because last time I hear them with the talking point, you know. And I saw me bring it on a live last night, and I said to Joshua, and Joshua tell me how it go. Like when I tell him, I say, money never stayed no time. You see me? Or whatever. You see it, but other people can't get back some money because the money actually not SSL. I have a account there. That's why some of the people can get back some of the money already. I will not start get back none of fee money because fee money missing. You see me? You never see the SSL no time.
Ball needs to be careful, you know. Because
politics some play my God. The youth at them say, oh, man, carry on Andrew Wellness. Andrew can't popular like Bolt. And everybody go drive with Andrew. And everybody go drive with Bolt and carry on Andrew Wellness. I saw Ray, I kind of something matter last night. I'm for running away now, big time.
These are the exact word of Venetia say. Did you get advice or directive from government directly or indirectly regarding making the investment you made and then lost? Was it all privately done? Have you sued the person who managed your affairs?
But at least the people them around with you now. At least I next thing them around.
He said those questions, if answered, will give you these questions, if answered, will give us their respect. perspective. Sorry.
I say, this is one of the exciting with the PNP, they might use now for run with it again, the whole thing, you know. Because they might go everywhere, they might try everything, you know.
But
They might campaign for that already.
But
Yeah.
look how long this gone. I want thing me to tell you, Usain Bolt. Him better.
That's why plan, hold on,
listen up.
actual election here, but that says everything will come up now.
Hold on, no. I want thing me to tell Bolt. Easy himself and go one side, go sit down. Because him supposed to have some skeleton in him closet with tax. And if the government take a set on him, them are going to say the government wicked. On one side, if you go sit down, I enjoy the money we have. I live good. That's what me can tell him.
Me hear the interview
last part, election year. Everything all of a sudden gonna come up, man.
Me hear the interview we both give to the program, right? And one at a time them ask him say if he consider himself a hero. And I thought like say, you know, yeah, he should be considered a hero, but although I'm not the pandemic thing there, it not go happen till him after him died or something like that. So you see, when I put himself now a hero, I'm gonna call himself.
But I tell you,
that's
last night. Who Bolt are the big man? Who will be control this camp people like Bolt? Who have a big runner? You want to hear the virgin of one for them last night, you know? Yes, sir.
Jamaica alone and a hero. Not a country, not a hero.
So I was surprised. I surprised when him really did say, yeah, he consider himself a hero. When somebody is being hero, other people anoint you that kind of honor. I know you anoint yourself. You understand? So me the kind of surprised and really.
But Mr. Churchill, nothing no Bolt from embassy. Bolt is a man of hype and kakati. Different from Asafa more humbling and humbleness. He love limelight. That is Bolt. I know people used to love him.
Come out a good breed in a virgin.
Yes, the man that love limelight and party that Bolt is a man like that love to be seen.
You know, Thomas, you know, say Asafa mother used to control assets until him turn big man.
Come on, yeah man. Asafa a good youth, man.
Asafa, I linked to Asafa come from.
Yeah, man, he grow good, man. You say father was a pastor, them a pastor and Christian and pastor.
Yeah. Mr. Pastor.
You again, why you feel so good like going to England? Kind of like pay tax, kind of have that Dutch, right? Where you in England, you have to pay tax, good tax too. But you're running race in England. Because you don't like going England run. You know, all this is invest some money down at St. Lucia and whatever, the same city. I invade taxes if you go away. Which you might be runner. We're waiting for the running, yes, but you might go on too much now. And I compare politics with them are using it. The people that are come using now. And the people that come using now, you know. Compare politics.
Wait, guys. Wait. We're not gonna further. Friends of Mark Golin, New Jersey, presents meet and greet with Jamaica opposition leader and president of the People's National Party, Comrade Mark Golin, Sunday, March 2nd, 2025, time 3 o'clock to 8.
Which part of New Jersey? Tell me.
Wait now.
New Jersey, you know, here.
Which part of New Jersey? 50 Park Place.
The address, I'll send it to me, Candy. Come here, buy one.
They're going to send the world flyer. General entry.
And go over the video, everything, and send it to me.
Wait, no, you have to pay if you go in, you can't video nothing. General entry. Wait, no, general entry, 150 US.
Chicken
VIP tickets, 500 US.
Money them a look.
I go and buy one slingshot. Oh, Jesus.
If me did the ball, would I go up the plank? If me did the ball.
Me and your Churchill. A quick run up there, no.
No. Me used to work at Jersey, you know.
Jersey, no, right there, so. As me go across Benjamin Franklin Bridge, me there in Jersey, you know.
Me used to work right after exit 10 there. Me used to drive hour and a half go work.
Mhm.
You know, the man same artistic in a parliament yesterday.
1 second, guys. SSL is not a bank. SSL is like Barita, JMMB, and
It's an investment company.
The
yeah.
investment company, they sell
No,
stocks and bonds.
I think JMMB turned bank now, but VMBS, yeah, broker Casco. I think that's the right name for it. Brokers. It's not a bank, it's brokers. They do similar stuff, but they don't handle like the savings account and them something, I think. Right. Brokers are the right name.
No man, yeah. A straight investment, man. But them get the money, and whenever you invest the money, then divert it to do something else.
Right. No, somebody was saying it's a bank. I mean, I said, no, it's not a bank.
Guys, let me tell you, I have a short attention span. And at the time you all there, I was here trying to read the article that Gleaner posts on Swaby. And it don't make no sense to me. It don't make one sense. You're confused. You see what they might waste money for. That's why they're not in it. That is why they're in it. Pure crap. Then they post. So then if you go do investigate.
Yeah, what it, so, yeah, the room.
Petal.
That's so
The
news.
next 8 minutes to one, hear the news, Petal. Wake up.
Yeah, the rumor where they must spread now. They must say the senator will resign. And he might go be the head of IC.
Which senator?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, he would be no, to be honest with you, he would be the perfect person, you know, because he has credibility. We know his work. He knows the Constitution inside out.
Abraham, his name. Braham, I say name. Braham.
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 What was he? A JLP senator?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give him that.
And then the KFC them have a run with now.
No. If
who the boss choose?
no, he can't. No, he can't.
I agree with that.
He can't be a politician.
Goodness. Guys. You know, said do.
You know, say you got mad before the You know you got mad before the don't Casco.
You know why she not come up at the sitting them all.
Guys, RJ are one of the most wicked and scrupulous set of people. They must say JLP. Hear what they must say now? JLP has accused the mayor of partisan disbursement of funds. What make that then have to say? What make they never say Lawrence Rowe accusing the man of funding what make it couldn't say so? Why couldn't word that way?
Casco, look how them cara. Casco, look how them cara. Where the observer dealing as a look Lawrence Rowe say the $2 million him sit down with Satan Campbell and Swede. Right? IRFM said that. I will have them in under one umbrella, you know.
No, but Irie one better than let me tell you, say Gleaner one make a sense. And now me go up on RJR if you read what RJR say, and RJR now I blame JLP. JLP. You know, so me them blame Lawrence.
RJR, you know. Nobody else on the RJR, you know. Sorry about that. Nobody else on the RJR. All of them corrupt like a Gleaner.
So me don't know Casco come out before they done.
Yeah, no. Speaking at Tuesday's monthly meeting of the case.
Blessing.
Mr. Swaby strongly rejected the claims by the JLP operatives accusing them of spreading false information. The JLP also repeated the
But you know, all right, you don't know what we do now. You don't know what we do now. Yeah? As a party, we suit RGR. Like, you know, what all the prime minister for take back, we need to sue them at that. After that run for them there.
No party can sue.
I mean, somebody out of the party go sue them then.
Look at this.
So, test.
Speech just
Sue
not
if you
say
sue
my
them.
carry. Speech just not say my go court.
What if I put out something like that? RJ go for put out something like that about a JLP. We don't call it. We call the man we put out the sitting them. The
They
more
not.
harder. Them forget sue.
Well, I know.
RJ for them forget sue. Them forget sue. Somebody for sue them.
What Petal? Frank, wake up, Petal. The JLP has also repeated the call for Dr. Dayton Campbell to resign from his post as PNP General Secretary, a commissioner of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, and opposition spokesman on agriculture after publication of an alleged leaked conversation between himself and Oystead PNP caretaker Lawrence Rowe. The ruling party also called for KCMC Andrew Sweeney to resign amid the allegations.
So who put out who put out? We are sued them. Yeah, we want to resign because we hear from Lawrence Rowe. That's why we want to attack it. If we go ahead.
Mayor Sweeney said he would welcome and fully cooperate with any anti-corruption agency if they desire to investigate the allegation. I've taken note that I will Sweeney now attack. I've taken note of WhatsApp correspondence between former MP aspirant Lawrence Rowe and the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, regarding money.
Can't tell you read that from there. What may I say? Listen what may I say. You read that too much time already.
Only assume. Well, man, I can only assume that the money referred to is the 2.7 million allocated to each respective division. I said that
what may I say? They want all of that go on, and we as a government, well I know. They want all that go on, and we as a Labour Party and us and government never say nothing about it. Them bright, and then this hell, I treat them even if you go from boy, I sue them to get some sue under them skin. I like you grow.
Bro, I'll tell you something. You see, if I in a GLP in this position here, the whole world tumble down on me. You don't believe me? The whole
no, you hear them say the JLP and Ray RJ group. So Lawrence Rowe come out with a reveal and a reveal them and a bust out on them.
May I ask who said that?
RGR.
What did I say?
One only for foolishness here. Them a blame JLP, like them a say, we are accusing the mayor of partisan disbursement of funds. Why you that say that in our article? Why you not say Lawrence Rowe? Lawrence or increment or whatever the word be, these people. Why they not say that they way?
Casco, then can't call Lawrence Rowe name, you know, cause everything they say Lawrence Rowe have evidence with it. So they can't call his name.
All them go come out fan too. So all that open down there collect money from them.
All me I say, them want all of that go on, and we as the government and the Labour Party not say nothing about them. Them drunk already. RJ go forget so. Somebody in the Labour Party will sue them.
Yeah, Thomas, but I'm not stressing yourself over them things, brother. Because whatever is to be will be, you know, brother. Because remember, the things are being uncovered. You understand? And there's nothing they can do about that. No news article, no rubbish for them right.
No, that can share them answer. That can share them answer when I will say, but yeah, no, some people we set example of some people. So we set up example of some people right now. If somebody got prison, somebody get. What you say?
We're in a position to do all of that. What you saying? You understand? What they are saying doesn't directly affect us, you know, as the people here who are on the life. You understand? So if the JLP,
we personal. The party we are
that's
talking
what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That
excuse. Now listen, 5 o'clock news. I know say 5 o'clock. I got nationwide.
Rapid true value is nationwide time 5 o'clock. Music 5 teasers are brought to you by Advance.
Come Candy, come back. Why now you choose to go sleep?
Meanwhile, the news are going, guys. Just stop up the live, please.
From the Nationwide News Network. Comprehensive, incisive, tough. This is Nationwide at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Robianne Williams.
And I'm Mahiri Stewart.
Nationwide news at this hour, high-level probe finds that a substantial portion of Usain Bolt's investment at SSL was stolen before it ever reached an account. UE students take to media to express outrage over poor campus security. JTA welcomes the government's decision to amend the Pensions Public Service Act. Auditor General rejects the use of the term unaccounted for in relation to her department's work. Unaccounted for is a term that I would seek to explain. I've not used that terminology. I believe it is subject to many interpretations. I won't even attempt to provide a definition. Opposition leader Mark Golding calls for a referendum on Portmore becoming Jamaica's 15th parish. In news from the rest of the world, ACLU sues for access to migrants flown to Guantanamo this month. WHO says 50 countries have been affected by the
What happened?
Petal.
Seems like Petal got a call or something.
I was going to see. Me I never my phone no. She dropped there.
And that's it.
So much go on it fast. Hold on there.
By logging onto our Facebook page, Nationwide News Network, and by tweeting us at Nationwide Radio and message us on WhatsApp at 876-285-5693. You can also leave your comments on Instagram at Nationwide 90FM.
In the nation's business at 6:40, the government used its majority in the House of Representatives on Tuesday to pass a bill which intends to turn Portmore into the country's 15th parish. But there are mixed reactions from the residents. We'll hear from some of them.
And at 8, it's Boyatings After Dark with Kareem Boyatings Weathers.
All these and more as we take you home on air on your mobile, Nationwide 90 FM, Nationwide Radio JM.com, and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. This Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday, February 12, 2025.
You want to play it? Go and play it, Petal.
Music 5
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We're brought to you by Advanced Skills and Equipment. Service is our total commitment.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Nationwide News understands that a high-level probe facilitated by international forensic investigators who were hired to examine the debacle at collapsed brokerage house Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, has found that a substantial portion of Usain Bolt's reported principal investment was stolen before it ever reached an account. The stunning development comes in the wake of a recent interview given by the track legend in which he insisted that it's the government that holds the key to him being reimbursed his almost $2 billion investment. George Davis has our story.
Our sources include a senior official who has worked closely with the investigations. Nationwide News has for months been trying to ascertain how, when, and if one of Jamaica's finest sons will ever reclaim his substantial investment of over 12 million US or approximately 2 billion Jamaican dollars in SSL. We have been told that the picture is grim. Our sources say the investigations, which have been supported by the UK-based forensics auditing firm Kroll Associates, have found that Bolt's management team was sent fake invoices and updates by criminal accused Jean Panton. We are told that the fake invoices misled the track legend into believing that all of his intended principal investment was in fact sent to SSL. The fake documents also had the effect of leading Bolt's team to believe that his investment had grown appreciably. We are told that the investigations show that the bulk of the sum Bolt sent to be invested in SSL never reached any account at the brokerage house. The information casts major doubt over whether Bolt will ever recover what he had been calculating was due to him, given the size of his investment and the time which has passed since his money was put in. This comes as the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, continues to await additional documents from the Financial Investigation Division, FID, before deciding whether criminal charges are to be laid on any other individual arising from the fraud at SSL. The documents are reportedly key to informing the authorities about whether a case can be made out beyond a reasonable doubt against any other individual who was employed to SSL. Jean Panton is currently before the court facing multiple fraud charges. Panton had reportedly given a confession statement indicating that she had defrauded multiple accounts over many years. During an interview after the SSL fraud came to light, Bolt revealed that he had fired a member of his team who had responsibility for monitoring his investment at SSL. Earlier this week, Bolt told the popular podcast, The Fix, that he was beyond frustrated with the pace of the investigation into his missing funds.
There's been conversations, but nothing has materialized out of the conversation.
Do you feel like them are doing enough to try to solve things?
Yeah, brother. I personally, if they were doing enough, it will reach a certain level already. It's been 2 years and we can't say. We can't reach us. All right, we'll look up and we'll look down. They know it. This is like almost at a stalemate, isn't it? But at some point, we'll figure out something and make a move. Because you can't just lose all of that stuff.
He says he believes the government can do more to assist him in getting his money back.
It licked my heart, brother. And then show over time how it has progressed and what I expect me not get. Or me think me not see and help me not get from certain people and you not see me as a judge.
Right. So is it from government? Is it from the government perspective?
The government alone really can't do nothing. Big boy, this is no answer. And them are the only person who can go in and say, yo, this need to fix.
Yeah.
You understand?
And how active are they in the case?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
George Davis for Nationwide News.
Concerns over campus security at the University of the
lock up
West
Jean
Indies,
already.
Mona, are mounting as students robberies, some occurring in broad daylight. Frustrated and fearful, many have taken to social media to express outrage over incidents where individuals have been held at gunpoint or knife point and targeted at ABMs. As Robbie and Williams reports, these issues are persistent and ongoing.
The worrying trend has sparked calls for urgent action from the university, with students arguing that given the high tuition fees they pay, security measures should be far more robust. Some fear that their safety is being overlooked, leaving them vulnerable to crime. Nationwide News has obtained videos of students voicing their frustration on social media.
As a UA student, I am genuinely concerned about what is going on safety-wise on campus. Luckily, by the grace of God, I am able to live at my house and I'm able to commute. But why are there so many gunpoint robberies? Why are there robberies happening every day at ATMs and there's nothing being said in the media? But UA will email you down if you even owe 1 cent, but nothing is being done about security.
Fact that we have 3 or 4 robberies in the past 3 days. There's been suspicious activity. And the robberies were also knife and gunpoint, by the way. I just feel like that's so crazy to be happening on a campus that is supposed to be secure, which is not very secure because people be in and out of here like nothing. And I don't know if it's an issue with administration or them need to get better security or the security not be, I don't know what it is, but I feel unsafe. Like even at night, I have to get Uber to go certain places that are walking distance on campus because I don't want to die.
The students claim that despite raising their concerns with the university administration, no adequate response has been provided. They're calling for increased security presence on campus, particularly at night. The students also highlight poor lighting as a major safety concern, especially for those with late classes, arguing that inadequate illumination puts them at risk. Additionally, they believe the campus infrastructure does not adequately support their security needs. Our news team spoke with a victim who shared that he was robbed during the last semester. His voice has been distorted.
I wanted to retrieve some money from the NCB bank here on UA campus. It was on a Sunday, so, the usual population was not out. So I went down there to draw some money. And when I was going into the ATM, I realized there was a car outside, but it's an open campus, so I wasn't taking much note of it. So I went in, withdrew the money. When I was coming out, I realized some men came from the vehicle. They were in some black masks. It was like about 3 of them. And they approached me and they said, how much much money I withdraw from the ATM. And then they proceed to say that they want the money that I withdraw from the machine, as well as all my personal belongings that I would have had on my person. I was really scared in the moment, so they took the money that I had, as well as my wallet and all my cards and stuff like that I had in it.
He says at the time he filed an official report to the campus police, but he says nothing came out of it.
When I spoke to the campus police lady, she told me that there was no cameras down that side at NCB, which is quite alarming for me because living on an open campus, I think security should be one of the most integral things for the safety of the students. So I was quite alarmed when she told me that there was no camera down at NCB. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. She said that there's not much they could do because I did identify the persons to her, but she was saying that these persons normally change their clothes very quickly, so as it relates to identifying or finding them, that will be a very difficult thing to do.
Allegations have also surfaced of a female security guard being robbed and raped, further deepening concerns over the institution's ability to protect both students and staff. Robianne Williams for Nationwide News.
And security concerns at the retirement primary school in St. Elizabeth have again arisen following the attack on an ancillary worker on Tuesday. Reports are that at about 2:30 p.m., a man believed to be of unsound mind walked onto the school compound wielding a machete. The ancillary worker reportedly confronted the man. The worker was attacked and chopped on his hand and foot. In October 2022, the school's former principal was severely injured by the same man, reportedly of unsound mind. She was chopped in the head and upper body. Chairman of the Retirement Primary Schools Board, Herman Samuels, says the man has repeatedly carried out attacks at the school due to the lack of a perimeter fence.
I don't know how much more we can bear it at school because he's not living far from the school. The school is not fenced, so he have avenues in which he can access the school compound. And he have made threatening words yesterday that he's going to kill 3 people by that.
Mr. Samuels is renewing his appeal for the perimeter fence to be erected urgently.
We are waiting for 2.5 years, going 3 years, for the pyramid fence, which we thought more or less I would have got the fence already, because based on what they report there and the communication with me and the ministry, the procurement secured. As a matter of fact, contractors came here about 2 months ago. They look around where the fence is going to be, and since the contractor left, we haven't heard who are the successful bidder, and the compound is still left open to the masses of the world and to other persons like himself who want to hurt the children and teachers and other staff.
Herman Samuels, chairman of the Retirement Primary School Board. The attacker was handed over to the police by members of a nearby community following Tuesday's attack.
The Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, has welcomed the government's decision to amend the Pensions Public Service Act. The amendment comes after several teachers threatened legal action, claiming they were being forced into retirement before the time stipulated under law. Mark Malav is the president-elect of the JTA.
The JTA has been having discussions and dialogue with the Ministry of Education and, by extension, the Ministry of Finance. It is certainly a step in the right direction, and they are now taking necessary steps to be in compliance with the Pensions Act. We are happy about that.
In a circular addressed to board chairs and educators in the government teaching service, the Ministry of Education noted that the changes to the Pensions Act will allow members to stay in active duty until age 65. The ministry further noted that it will cease issuing retirement notices to educators who have not reached the retirement age. Mr. Malav told our news center last month that several teachers under the age of 65 were receiving letters telling them to retire. According to him, the ministry was misinterpreting the law. Mr. Malav says the lawsuit is still being considered as there are several other issues that require urgent attention.
I can't say it's completely off the table just yet because there are still some outstanding matters that I know we are going to have to treat with, or how the JTA operates. It takes its directive from its members. When we go back to our members and have further discussions, they will instruct us accordingly. We will continue to have discussion and dialogue with the ministry.
Mark Malav, president-elect of the JTA. You're listening to Nationwide News at 5. More news after these.
You know, say money never reach in no account.
You never know, man.
Boy,
Him know.
they said Gene thief, so till
So
she
make
can't.
him, so make him fire. So what make him fire? Him manager.
Him manager and best friend when grow with it now.
But the man manage him affairs. So,
Yeah, him have to fire him because him should have know.
I OT for money, him or Gene.
Gene and Panther.
But Gene did don't tell you. Gene did don't tell. Gene did talk long time. Say money never reach the account.
Gene and Panther thief the money. Him fire.
Yeah, tell her. You see, this is not a lie me I tell.
No, but the
This is not a lie me I tell. You tell the man money never reach at SNL. You hear me I tell you?
the government reaching that
All
now.
the government reaching a UC and board money. You see him talk dunce and illiterate. Him talk dunce and illiterate.
No, what me I tell you, say? You hear me I tell you, say? Tell us the man money never see a SNL time bridge and it just passed through. You never reached there. See, that's the news telling a while ago. And that me I tell you now.
But that information also a long time, you know, Chromas. A long time.
Yeah, Pantan tell us that the woman Jean and Pantan.
The term unaccounted for in relation to her department's work. The Auditor General gave her opinion during Tuesday's meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, PAC. It follows a recent controversy involving the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, and its use of the term unaccounted for in relation to trillions of dollars in outstanding annual appropriation reports. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
The Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, has stressed that despite its attempts to explain the nuance, the phrase unaccounted for was still misinterpreted as suggesting funds were missing. JAMP says as part of efforts to clear up the confusion, it has officially withdrawn the term from its vocabulary in relation to their review of the Auditor General's reports. This follows both local and international press picking up the story to suggest that trillions of dollars had been missing from several government ministries and agencies. Addressing Tuesday's meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, PAC, Auditor General Pamela Monroe-Ellis stated that she would never use that term.
Through you, Chair, unaudited means that it has not been audited. Unaccounted for is not a term that I would seek to explain here. I've not used that terminology. I believe it is subject to many interpretations. I won't even attempt to provide a definition here on that. Thanks.
However, Member of Parliament for North East St. Catherine, Carencia Morrison, asked for further clarity on the matter, noting that confusion still lingered in the public.
Yes, I heard the response, but that response may not satisfy many Jamaicans who are of the view when they hear it. And it's just for her to have given an explanation so we don't have Jamaicans thinking when they hear unaudited, it means that funds are missing. Because as I said before, a lot of that played out in the public space, right? We're ordinary Jamaicans were of the view when they hear about unaudited. They interpreted that means that something has gone wrong in the NPAs and funds were actually missing. So it's just for clarity. That's all.
Mrs. Monroe-Ellis stated that the term she used in her reports was that of outstanding documents, which inhibits her ability to properly complete her audit.
I didn't say unaudited either. I said outstanding. Ministry of Health accounts are outstanding. I never used the term unaccounted, but I used the term, well, actually the phrase that I will not provide an opinion because the municipal corporations which are before us, some of them have been unable to account for the money spent. I did not use the term unaccounted for, let me clarify, but in the sense of the financial statements and an audit opinion, I will let you know that when I say that I did not form an opinion because the information was not available, it means that the accounting officer or the accountable officer rather was unable to account for the monies under their stewardship.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
World in a Minute is brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
The world in a minute. Civil rights attorneys sued the Trump administration on Wednesday to gain access to detained immigrants who they say have been flown to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. The migrants are being held there without being able to consult lawyers or speak to relatives. The federal lawsuit filed in Washington, D.C. is backed by the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. It says this is the first time that the government has detained non-citizens on civil immigration charges at the U.S. Naval Base in Cuba and is holding them incommunicado without access to attorneys, family, or the outside world. The Department of Homeland Security, which is among the agencies sued, says there is a way for detainees to reach lawyers by telephone. According to the Associated Press, the lawsuit's plaintiffs include relatives of 3 immigrants from Venezuela who were sent to Guantanamo from immigration detention facilities in Texas. The suit accuses government officials of violating their constitutional rights to due process and free speech.
The World Health Organization, WHO, says 50 countries have been affected by the recent freeze at the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Speaking publicly for the first time, the WHO says programs tackling HIV, polio, mpox, and bird flu have been affected by the freeze. US President Donald Trump has taken steps to close USAID, arguing that its spending is totally unexplainable. However, the WHO has urged the Trump administration to consider resuming funding until other solutions can be found. It says HIV treatments and other services have been disrupted in 50 countries. The organization added that a reprieve for life-saving services had not stopped the disruption. The WHO says Trump's decision was affecting collaboration between countries on global health threats. The WHO says it has employed emergency measures similar to those used during the COVID-19 pandemic to fill gaps where there are shortages.
World in a Minute was brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
Recapping the top stories making nationwide news at this hour, high-level probe finds that a substantial portion of Usain Bolt's investment at SSL was stolen before it ever reached an account.
UE students take to social media to express outrage over poor campus security.
JTA welcomes the government's decision to amend the Pensions Public Service Act.
Auditor General rejects the use of the term unaccounted for in relation to her department's work.
I'm Robianne Williams.
And I'm Mahiri Stewart.
You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. News next, the headlines at 6 p.m.
There you have it, guys.
So, when me ask Petal, who the campus are going to blame for them security now? The government?
It's a private place. They can't blame them.
And not for them.
Listen
to me.
We know them safe. We know them.
Not for them, I tell lies and then get robbed. Because if man are going to rob them, number one, before they come out of the ATM, you have to go back in the ATM and max your card, give me. And that me I tell you. Yeah. Lie, some of them I tell. All the one who are hiding vice, lie, I tell. Lie.
I like, they can invite, but I don't know why they know real vice.
Yeah.
That's what they read. So.
Then how much people got camp? How much people are on campus? Nobody are going to advise?
Yeah, we pick up people vice, man. But as we say, general them, so I don't know about the friends like my general.
I don't like my vice where I've missed attack. Everybody knows I plan that.
Anyway, the issue with, you remember the issue with the $3 trillion, whatever I say, missing? You know, say, a lot of that, most of that money, what them talk about, out of the municipalities, them, you know, where them not report, they don't have the proper records for all of the money where they spend. So when they talk about say it missing, and I make it sound like a central government. It's record out of all of the municipal corporation around Jamaica. All 14 of them.
Is that what she was trying to say earlier?
Huh?
In the news report. Is that what she was trying to mention?
Yeah,
trying to explain.
That's what they were talking about.
Yeah, because she said that she mentioned something about documents, outstanding documents.
Yeah.
And then I heard she said something about the municipalities and money spent were not accounted for.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When you remember a few weeks ago when they talked about $3 trillion missing. That's where it's coming from, the municipalities.
Well, that's not on a record for Churchill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our records are a problem.
Yeah, it's a record. It's not that money.
Records is not. Yeah, it's records are the problem.
Right. And some of that is not even cash. Some of that are actually tangible assets, furnitures, and then something there. So it's like the money is spending now, but and it's like they might introduce a new accounting system. So some of them, account to them, to go take 1 year. Some of them are going to take 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, for them get all of them act together, right? Them say only one of them is fully compliant, and I think is Manchester Municipal. And Portland is almost there. They almost catch up with for them records.
St. Thomas.
No.
Why people tell you? People naive, you know.
So Churchill, maybe
naive, guys.
It was on the back of the Auditor General's account.
Right.
They would have started the investigation into the St. Catherine municipality.
Them not send nobody. Nobody them not send. So the two persons who have to represent them sick.
Yeah, two municipal didn't show up at the meeting.
Which two?
St. Thomas.
No. It's only one municipal.
Only St. Catherine alone.
Only St. Catherine.
St. Catherine alone.
It's either you send the chairman or the deputy chairman, and they sent a letter to state that both persons are unwell. Okay?
Yeah.
St. Thomas, let me tell you what St. Thomas said. Because fear story all over the place. She said, the place need to be rehabilitated, so them never have proper place to store the files. The weather, the hurricane damaged some. Then put them in one container, and in a container they cause mold infestation. So the invoice them destroyed by the infestation, another infestation. One only for foolishness, and the place they burned down and.
But Casco, question. Who run the St. Thomas Council? Casco. Petal, who run the St. Thomas Council? I live right at PMP.
We don't know no plank.
Casco?
JLP Avid.
So all them to come out so dumb.
The point is
just get it.
Them just get it in a plank. Them just get it in a last local government.
Yeah, it was PNP before.
It was PNP before.
Them should have everything point.
Yeah, well, the point is, all of this thing go back to 2012, 2013, not them period there,
10 years ago, them say.
Some of them are more than 10. Some of them are more than 10.
But Plank, you have to understand, you know, so if the JLP going may take over and them themselves for the in there before can't tell but the document them did and
Yo,
them not
Candy,
see nothing.
Candy, listen to me. Them is too friggin' lazy and complacent.
And that's with government work. That's what government.
Then do in a government work, sit down and waste precious given time and get paid. Then too friggin' lazy.
That's true, man.
Them figure out work, go do them work.
Them fi do
Let me
government.
tell you something. You see, funny in the pandemic, federal worker in America, some work from home and some work from them yard, and go to office. Then go to office once a week. You know what Trump do? Send them back in their office. Because they're too friggin' lazy. They not do their work. All them do is sit down at the yard and sit down for social media. Them figure all them do when them go to work at the time I sit down on phone. Them figure and go do the government work.
Well, here's the thing, you know. A lot of it, even if them get new accounting system, what they're saying is that you're supposed to have a paper trail for everything. Yeah?
Just in case the computer go down.
Yeah. So we don't know them attacks them get standardized system where everybody
Them too friggin' lazy.
I use the same system.
No better Erin, no better Barren.
Churchill,
Them too lazy.
everything start out with manual, right? You just need to organize itself properly. Organize it, and furthermore, whoever in the office supposed to know how to do accounting. So when you do accounting and a computer you use when you start out of school, a book and pencil, and you drop your table and something. Yes, you create a ledger. So them have no excuse. So it is obvious that they never care. They never care. They just go collect taxpayer money and then go yard.
Yeah.
They never do the work.
Never tell you this. You know. Remember, you know. Listen to me. Remember, say, you know, only person change is the mayor. Only person change is the mayor. So everybody who did their work, I work for a long time. Because when the mayor change, them never fire the old staff and hire new staff. Them figure I'm going to do government work.
And the St. James.
I'm coming to parliament to chat shit.
The St. James woman said they have attrition, which is, you know, turnover. People leave and people come, and some not up to speed with them training and all them kind of something there. Them have all kind of excuse. Obviously, them not run properly. That's at the bottom line.
Yeah.
Them not run. The system is not working because either them not get properly trained how to run the councils.
Churchill, the government after this election, the government will train younger heads and younger folks and put them in a them system here.
But you need more than that in the plan.
Well, I'm the Churchill, all of the old lager head, them send them go to the yard. Who fi depend on that, and who fi get retired.
Yeah, but you need
the system.
You need a better system because whatever money, whatever is spent on everything, you're supposed to have the document and have the document available. You know, even though you put it on the computer system, you're supposed to have a paper document.
Just
so
like
the auditor, when the auditor get all the financial statements and information, she can check back on the whatever invoice, not invoice, the receipts, because the receipts are the one that really does it. Yeah?
All right. This is the thing now. You have Metro Police. See? Them for use them and make them low market people. Them for put them in the market. Have a digital system where the people them pay them money in the market to use the market. And then the municipal, the Metro Police then go on and see who have receipt. If you don't have no receipt, you charge them and run the place properly. Them for go.
Yeah, the whole.
But at least Frank, that is the least to the big picture. The big picture is what is happening in the office, you know. They are not accounting
But
for anything at all in the office. So you don't know if Churchill did get paid last
June. Come from down there so too.
You know if Darkshire did get one money for weed up the road down there so. There is nothing, no paper trail for account for the people and money. And necessarily the municipal, you know, in our office, because if the office did do them work, municipal would have to carry in their receipt book every week and check and balance off everything.
Yes, God, the same thing like Kingston now. Then the money there, $2.7 billion we save a handout in a parish council section whatever him a give out for fund election. That now go pan books. That now go knock him in.
No, but guess what? He have to show the receipt. Listen, in boastfully talk about it, you know. But guess what happened? He still have to come with the receipt to show how the 2.7 million was spent. Is it that it was spent to have a Christmas tree? How much was used for the Christmas tree? Is it 200,000, 300,000? What was bought? Was it balloons? Was it cakes? You have to have all of them there. You have to account for all of that. So in my boastfully talk about $2.7 million used, and him go talk with General Secretary and Lawrence.
Casco. Oh, you feel have treat and you don't have no counselor. Eh? Oh, you feel have treat and you don't have no counselor. 2 counselor then dead.
No, man. You can't have it, you know. Remember that. Remember that.
If you have a
mayor would
assume those positions.
Right, assume those roles. The mayor assume those roles.
You don't see that treat? You don't see that treat happening at
That is why Lawrence Rowe put it in his letter that he needs to show how the money they come about and what it was spent to do. Remember Lawrence Rowe put in a letter, you know. So in fact, I think Lawrence Rowe a numbers man for too. He is a smart boy. Very
smart. You know, remember Lawrence Rowe said when party give out money, it's collected at the party compound.
Headquarters.
Not at the KSAMC.
Right.
But Churchill, weren't you on the live a while ago when I was reading the article from Area FM? The article said that Mayor Swaby acknowledged the alleged money, right, being distributed by way of communicating this with Dayton Campbell and Lawrence Rowe.
But him acknowledge it. But him say a party money earlier. Remember saying this party money, you know.
But remember I say again, you know. Remember I say it must be.
Show you how stupid it is.
He might tie up his
show you how stupid. Right. Because him said the money was allocated by donors, a party money.
Yes.
That to show you how stupid. Yeah. To show you how stupid it is.
And then in another paragraph, him try to make the excuse that
all him can't tell like
that the council
when me a good up in a trench Churchill, I first statement me a dead pan. The first statement when me make I hit me a dead with.
Exactly.
A party money.
You cannot change up your mouth now.
Yeah.
Let me read what I say. Go on.
And him send himself a prison.
Listen what I said, Churchill. Mr. Swaby also acknowledged alleged dialogue between People's National Party General Secretary Dayton Campbell and former PNP candidate for Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe, regarding funds for divisions without councillors. These divisions are Denham Town, Olympic Gardens, Chancery Hall. Mayor Swaby said he believes the money referred to in those alleged conversations is the $2.7 million allocated legitimately to each division. Wanna understand? Let me just read.
Yeah, man, me understand. Okay. Because remember, in this say now one previous article, you know, say the council is legitimately allowed to distribute funds for the divisions, whatever improvement the divisions are doing.
And I beg to question, why would you be having a conversation about this $2.7 million with Dayton Campbell and Lawrence Rowe? If there is any discussion that should be had, it should be between you, the mayor, and the deputy mayor, because you two would have assumed responsibility.
And the MP.
And the MP, if there is any, well, in a Lawrence Rowe area, Central. You understand me? So him tie up himself there.
But
so
remember, say,
if I that the money, why you not discuss that the money with them?
You have to have an MP because the division, mayor, councillor.
Yeah, yes, the prime minister of one and one next person. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to have the mayor and the councillor, they have division. The MP of the constituency.
Anyway, you put it, I'm going to take the file that they must set him up for.
And still, Satan Campbell have to resign. The OJ. He have to resign. Because we don't want a man like that in the OJ.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Party secretary shouldn't be involved in how money is spent.
Yeah. And the municipal council not supposed to answer to no opposition. How you fi answer to opposition? And them a government? A Desmond Mackenzie you fi answer to. And the Prime Minister.
Let me see if I find back a letter where Rowe write. Rowe letter was very profound in my opinion. And one error I make, and that I lease. Very profound. Let me see if I find it. In sync himself, and as I said to you, this is enough where them can even use to lock him up. Because he might tie up his own self.
We're not ready to lock him up yet. We're not ready to lock him up yet. We are lock up all of them one time.
Let me find a question there. Go ahead in next so long. All right. 1. Allocation. Yeah, we'll put them in the titles for each section. 1. Allocation and use of funds. Can you provide documented evidence of the approval and disbursement of the 2.7 million allocated to each division? Were formal records or council minutes kept detailing how these funds were distributed and spent? Why were portions of these funds redirected instead of being fully allocated to the MPs and managed by the KSAMC Chief Engineering Officer? What criteria determine the reallocation of funds to you versus the MPs? What oversight measures ensure these funds were strictly used for community projects? Did the KSAMC Chief Engineering Officer personally approve all expenditures, and can those records be made available? So you see all of these questions, these are the questions that a mayor and its executor should have answers to, where you can use to even submit year end. So you know the money spent. So when all the municipal police then go out and collect money, week time, then supposed to collect money, then know say at 20 stall, then the rent, then supposed to collect $20,000, however it is. So you answer them a question each week to make sure say things balance.
Just go municipal police not collect money. Which part they collect money?
Yes.
Which part?
Them collect money from the market vendor them.
No.
Then is who?
You have somebody that work in the market in the office that collect the money.
Municipal police.
No.
I'm not asking you. I am telling you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Shade.
And them come with their receipt book.
Shade.
And then write down.
Them collect money, man.
And write up it.
Me know them have somebody in a Lincoln market in the office. And me know the female will collect the money.
Well, down here different.
Every year
no
different.
office. No office na the Ochi market.
So no fuck them up.
Municipal police them walk through.
I fuck them up.
Me no know. Anyway, but as I said, listen, even you see if you not do your checks and balance, then them all fatten up. Once you do your checks and balance, you're good. We know some 9 person on the line. No, hold on, plank. We know that we have 9 stalls and we rent or lease the 9 stalls. It is expected by end of the week, we're supposed to get $9,000 from the 9 stall. When I do my checks and balance each weekend, we're supposed to get the $9,000. If you fail to carry out that, tell me that. If you fail to do your checks and balance, then you're in a problem.
Churchill named their market this week. So we don't collect the money for Churchill.
Oh, you mean?
Churchill stall and the 9 stall. And the 9 stall.
Listen, man.
Then take that money and put it in them pocket.
Hold on.
Them need for digitize
Time junk, but in a fool. Hold on. The other question now, too. Role of the PNP General Secretary. Given the General Secretary's role as a CEO of the PNP, should he not have been aware of any party-related financial activities? Did you communicate with him regarding these funds? If so, in what capacity? Were the privately raised funds documented in the party's financial records? How do you respond to the assertion that the General Secretary was competent to speak on these expenditures? Third, transparency and political considerations. Why was there no publicly announced mechanism for disbursing funds in divisions without councillors? If transparency is a priority, why were these allocations not disclosed earlier? Were political considerations involved in selecting projects, given that community leaders played a role? You stated that KSAMC does not disburse cash to individuals. Does this mean all funds were allocated strictly to projects? In what manner did I receive the resources, and who else in Central Kingston received funds? That's a bull. Alleged WhatsApp, number 4, alleged WhatsApp messages. Do you acknowledge that my conversation with the PNP General Secretary accurately reflects my concerns? Have you investigated whether KSAMC officials engage in discussions about political favoritism in fund disbursement? If you were unaware of the WhatsApp exchange at the time, have you since verified its contents? 5. Denham Town and Olympic Gardens allocation. Why was the full $2.7 million handed to the MP for Denham Town, but not to the MPs for Olympic Gardens and Chancery Hall? Let me read that again. Why was the full $2.7 million handed to the MP for Denham Town, but not to the MPs for Olympic Gardens and Chancery Hall?
Who is the MP for Denham Town?
Him can't ramp with Desmond Mackenzie.
Can you provide a full list of projects executed with the reallocated funds in each division? Number 6, private funds and party contribution. You stated that any funds I received were privately raised. Can you provide records or donor documentation to verify this? How were these privately raised funds accounted for in the PNP's financial records? Were there other caretakers received funds? Should I ask? Were there any other caretakers who received funds in the same manner as I did? I look forward to your prompt response. Best regards, Lawrence Rowe. So you see, all of them are questioning.
Casco.
Okay, that's
Yes,
why.
here.
That's why.
You know, sir, Lawrence will provide information to whoever
The police.
Mocha or whoever go
Yes.
investigate them.
So that is why Cliff you say the last part, read the last line again, Castor.
I look forward to your prompt response. Huh?
Yes, that's why Cliff you would say in 24 hours. Cliff you would have
So you see these. All right, listen now. Plank, then can account for everything. You understand me?
So
Even
if who can this say the councillor, the MP for the Namtown?
Desmond.
So him give so when I say Desmond Mackenzie get too much 2.8 billion?
So what this is saying is that why was the full 2.7 million handed to the MP for Denham Town, but none for Olympic Gardens and Chancery Hall?
The MP to Denham Town, you have a council out there. Desmond is the MP for this, yes. But you may say, I robbed them the last time and I'm asking the JLP government. Sorry, Casco, to interrupt you. Yeah. But Desmond need to get money from him.
No, sir, them not scandal, Louis.
You're not interrupt. You're not interrupt. You just tell me what you do.
Yeah, Father, we don't want the money from them.
Are you near Mark Nation and one?
Yeah, for Jeremy and
so that area not have no councillor.
No, I'm sick on there. Then I'm talking on the coast. I'm sick on there. Jeremy and then. So that's what I'm saying at the vice note. So that's we have a by-election in a Denham Town. Chancellor, we're doing something there. You understand me? I have 170,000. You understand me?
1,000. So we have to have money to run.
That's a 3 by-election, council election. I know you know from Mumalashi, you know, from Libesmouth and Dayton Cambry, you know. You know, in Tampax, push a Tampax and the motor blow up them belly, I say more blow up with Tampax, and you have trouble.
You must know. That's all, go sleep. If you read me, you answer nothing.
Yeah, man, I'm in a trouble, man. Yo, plan.
So 6 o'clock again. Yo.
You hear me, I say? I bet you, I tell you, if a couple months Sam this in the next 180 days Sam now, when election call also, I bet a date and don't oversee it on Westmont, don't oversee it.
Hey, when election ready to call, enough of them now gonna see it. Them have to go hardware, go buy a couple toilet seat to work with. And that me I tell you.
Yeah. And he must feel like he must defeat them and Crawford, you know.
What you say? What you say?
He must defeat Crawford, you know. I'm going to him now.
Man, me not feel nothing, man. Man, me disrespect you, man. I'm your friend, man. You must
have to go plan. When the day of election, you have to link up, you know.
They are Jamaica before that, bro, James.
But Candy. Candy. You see a Trevor Monroe daughter. You see how she lie and wicked.
You might hear me say liar.
Yeah,
man. Daniel Archer.
No. What's your name? No, man. What the accounts lady name again? I don't remember her name. The one that they come up with the 3 trillion.
Oh yeah, she a junker, man. Them a pay. It's a Trevor Monroe.
Like, boss said she never say what missing, and she never use unaccounted. And one only per fool. You should.
But Casco, remember just come last year and she the party in the next bar. But man, Janice Allen around gets the St. James, you know. And them come out with it, you know. And them, you know. But Trevor never talk about integrity, you know. For it's in the 70s, man, Lambert Brown. What if you got history repeated? What if we dig up file pan Trevor Monroe? Trevor Monroe. A man who all of them. Him, Lambert Brown. You never hear about state plan? And Lambert Brown make good over that down, you know. Lambert Brown. And the whole of them. Mash up Jamaica.
Tell them the Mark Nation. Tell them.
Yeah, and Trevor Monroe, he was the one that tried to bring them Labour Party. I said, he never talk about the integrity.
Pamela
And
Monroe Ellis.
Pamela Monroe Ellis was the General Secretary of the Accounting General. But you may say, Trevor Monroe, Lambert, bro, you see that, and one day Floyd Morris bought, you say, no, see that data there. He was one of the surrogates that tried to bring the JLP government from a long time, you know. Them dirty PMP there, them old vulture there. Plank.
Yeah.
The woman mess with the road plank. You see me I deal it.
You don't babysit?
Yes. Nah man, me don't hit the road, man. I pass some goods to go sell on the road, brother.
Okay.
You see me I deal it.
For work, you know. You're labor right.
Yeah. Yeah, Casco. When I was saying that for our live last day, I said, you know Laverne Casco? One girl named Laverne, no.
I don't know nobody. I don't know her. But through Mrs. PNP, I say, oh, I don't know time for she.
No, Casco. No, Casco. Listen, she don't talk so. I live right. But some people just be naive. Them just be naive, you know. Some people are like, hey, me have some friend, you know. Man, them not talk certain things, you know. If I burn me, you know, man. Them like the handout. Them not do the research. Them not do research, man. Them not read, man.
Listen, big and serious. You have too much PNP friends.
Remember, say you can't talk loud in the house, you know, man. Because you over the PNP, you get beaten.
Nah, man.
Mark, don't labor, make you left you over there. Because when the election done, you're going to put out a Uber.
No, Casco, watch it out. You see my thing there? Plank.
Yeah.
Plank, you see my thing there? You saw me put up? Look at my profile picture. You see that?
You're going to look for the way we done.
Yeah, man. Look who more, my brother. I'm going to go through TikTok.
Alrighty.
Don't make you labor right, woman. Them make you left your woman, because none of them now want you.
Yeah, man. Good you want me and Casco you want me, man. Come find Casco.
Which one of Casco? Go here, boy.
Why nobody live?
You go here alone, Casco alone. That's Mark Nation.
Yeah,
Mark
man.
Nation. Big up yourself, Mark. Yo. Darker shade. Darker shade. Petal, no sleep, you know.
Yeah, the one on come from panel for sleep.
Demi look like him.
No wake up.
Demi look like him gone in the garage. Yeah,
no, Demi left him phone in the garage and gone in the house.
So that's what I mean.
Petal at 6 o'clock now, man. Don't make we hear Cliff Hughes now. Romans, call Petal and wake her up there for me.
Romans, that's the day up here.
Actually, in my morning time, I go work every morning, you know.
What do you mean sound so different? No! I want to do it, Demi.
He lie down, man. He lie down. Come catch the QP news. 9 next minute, 6 o'clock news. Petal look like she got asleep.
Yeah, nothing more no come out yet.
I won't leave a thing come out, man. You sleep out the whole live news. You see in Bolt, I beg the government to help him get back his money.
No, say no beg the government. Me hear that part there. Where he might go like he want to blame the government.
He not blame the government. He might say the government can do more for him. But if he mean just ease himself, and when him losing money, he go talk to the government, maybe he would get some result. But they might use like
Nigel said they couldn't do nothing more.
Right.
Nigel saying doing best, he couldn't do nothing more.
Yeah, because if your money not going to the account, there's no way you can.
When not going to account, what can they do?
Gina and Panther.
Listen, why fire manager so early?
Because maybe
should I sue him manager first?
No, maybe he never did that. He never do the right thing. He should have waited till the money drop in the account and do whatever. You understand? All of them reluctant. Turn up the news,
You can't
Candy.
blame government.
Turn up the news, Candy.
But my phone can't go no further. And the news, I chat them a chat.
Yo, you need to dash for your phone, because we don't hear nothing.
And the news, they are talking.
We are quite willing and always do engage our students when they're concerned. Because no matter how good you think you are, you can always do better. And we don't believe we have all the answers. Our new security director is coming on board by next week or so. Mr. McGregor was on the point of rolling out a new strategic security plan. Unfortunately, he had to leave us. We expect this new man to pick it up, refine it, because everybody going to have their own personal touch to it.